How's it going, everybody? So this is going to be a video to use the Billionaire Flip Club a little bit better. So this one's going to show you some basic instructions on how to update our pins and everything in the B flip prices. So if you're watching this video far in the future, these could have two different names. I'm not sure if the Billionaire Flip Club and the B flip prices name will eventually change. They definitely could to something maybe a little bit more catchy. But anyway, you know, it's always going to be the discussion channel right here, and then it's always going to be the prices right here. Sorry, I've got the hiccups. That always happens whenever I start making a new video. So what you're going to be looking for here, guys, is in order to use this chat the most efficiently, you can do a couple different things. You can start at the bottom. At the very bottom is always going to be the most recent prices. You guys can see the screenshots right here. All the screenshots that are posted, please, if you are going to be posting your own screenshot, which is highly encouraged, just make sure that you put on there whether it was an instant buy, a non-instant buy, an instant sell, non-instant sell, you know, whatever it was. Remember that NIS means non-instant sell. That means that you sat there and waited for it to sell. It did not sell instantly, aka you hopefully made some good money. Hey, look, Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh card sold. Anyway, and then non-instant buy means that you bought it, but it took a little bit of time to buy. Typically, guys, if you're going to be earning some money on these flips, you're going to be doing a non-instant buy and then a non-instant sell. If you're instantly buying something, you know, then that's not really a great sign. I'll get a little bit more into that in another video, but in this one, I'm mostly going to show you guys how to use this chat. So right here, you can see that I have this photo of these two noxious longbows that sold, and right above it I put non-instant sell. That right there is the proper thing to do. That's literally all you gotta do is just put NIS or NIB or INB for instant. If you look up here in the Billionaire Flip Club itself for the discussion part, you can go to the pins up here. This list right here will be fully updated, so you're seeing this list right here. It's actually going to have, actually, you know what? I'll explain that in a second. I'm not going to confuse you guys. Looking right here, you can see how I've laid it out. NIB equals non-instant buy, INB instant buy. It's all right here. So just look in the pins if you need a little bit more clarity on how you know if you just don't know what those what those symbols mean. So if you want the acronym, just look right in there. So looking back in here, acronym, abbreviation, whatever. So like I said, the farthest down to the bottom is going to be the most recent ones. So scrolling up, you're going to see some of the, you know, it's just going to get older. But you can look at the time frames though and see how old they are. And then that'll give you an idea of whether you should be going by those prices or not. You know, just generally going up through here. Now, another way to do it, and this is the most organized way that we have so far, is by looking on the pins section in the B flip prices. You can see all of these pins. So these pins right here are literally a time order fashion of showing you all these different items. So as you can see, Reprisal is our oldest one, and that was updated on Saturday. So you know, if today is you know, whatever today is, what's it, Monday? Yeah, Monday. So then you know it has been updated in 2 days. So it'd be a good idea to update the Reprisal or whatever. Just be cautious if you're looking at prices that are like a couple days old or something like that, or even a day old. You might want to be a little bit more cautious as far as using the prices that are posted. You may need to do some price checking or ask people in the chat, you know, what they've found for those items. That's why it's really important, guys, to post your prices, even if they're not a brand new price. Like let's say the price that you're posting is not something brand new. Let's say the price that you're posting is, you know, a price that it's in the price range. Like for Drygore Longsword right here, 18.6 to 19.3, which I'm pretty sure that is outdated. But right here, let's say you bought one right now for 19.1 and then you sold it for 19.3. That's totally fine, guys. You should definitely come in here and update this Drygore Longsword. Even, you know, just to put something out there, because then people can see, you know, the most recent thing. Then it's not like, okay, this wasn't updated till Saturday. We're not sure if it's still the right price. If you just did one, then you know it's the right price. So please update to help out your fellow people. I update as many as I possibly can. As you can see, all on my face here, and then all my multiple posts in here. I will be putting as much as I possibly can in here to keep the prices updated. But if we're all working together, it's going to go way faster. All right, so as I said, this is more about showing you guys how to use these two parts of the channel. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you guys how to update the pin. It is actually super easy, and if you follow this formula real quick, it's you know, the easiest way to do it. So let's look right down here. Let's say that Reprisal. So actually, you know what? Let's not do that one. Let's do Dormant ZGS, because Dormant ZGS actually needs to be updated, and I'm pretty sure that I know the update price for it right now. So what you got to do is this. So if your item that you're going to be updating is in this list, all you got to do is just find the item. So dormant ZGS right here. I'm going to go ahead and click that. And then I've got dormant ZGS right here. Go ahead and highlight this, click copy, and then paste it down below in the chat. Now, fill in your numbers. So I'm going to change this to 19.2 because that is a more accurate thing right there. And 17.8. That's much more accurate right now. Then all you got to do, guys, is just hit enter. And then they'll have this little bar right here that says jump to present. Click jump to present, and you'll see your most recent post right here. Go over to the far right where the 3 dots are and the little smiley face where you can add your emotions and whatever. Click pin and say, oh yeah, pin it. Now go back to the pins. At the very top, you'll see dormant ZGS is now updated, that you just updated that. Go back down to the old one. And on the old one, click the X. It'll say, yes, remove it, please, okay, thanks. And then you click remove it. Please do not remove a pin unless you have already posted your update and you see that it was successfully pinned. The reason why is because if you remove that pin and I don't know, like if you remove that pin, then we're not going to have what time it was most recently updated. Sure, we can go in here and we can type in, we can type in something in here like decimation. And then you can find everything that was decimation, like there. Okay, we see the decimation was updated today at 12:30. We can see that in the searches. Here's one of the big problems with the search bar is the fact that people who are using the apps and everything are not really going to be posting stuff that you're going to be able to search. Like another thing I'll show you an example of too is if people are using screenshots to update this stuff, this is kind of the reason why we need to be using the pins, guys, and not just using just writing it out. Like, don't just write it out, please update the pin. Here's another reason why. Noxious longbow right here. See how this is the most recent noxious longbow? It was like updated very recently. If I go up here and I search noxious longbow, what do I find? I find my pin because I updated the pin, and pretty funny face here, or pretty funny picture here. I find the pin right here. Let's see where it was. Okay, so I see this one right here, 144.5 to 145.6. The search though does not pick up this picture because it's a picture. So it's not going to pick up those pictures. That's the reason why I really want us to be using the pins. I know there was a lot of discussion about a few members that were like, I don't want to do the pins because if people forget to update the pins, or maybe updating pins sounds like a pain. As you can see, guys, it's extremely fast and simple to update the pins. It doesn't take very long, and also doing the pins is really one of the only ways that we can 100% guarantee a nice, accurate list. And look how clean it looks. It looks nice and clean. It's very easy to find stuff, and then we can continuously add to it. So once again, if you want to update stuff, actually, no, I'm not gonna do it again. You guys just rewind if you need to see it again. But that right there is basically how you use that, guys. Now, here's my suggestion. Also, if you find something, let's say an item that we don't have currently on here. So Billionaire Flip Club. Go to the pin messages. This Billionaire Flip Club Flip Master list that Demon Mid is working on, and I'm going to be working on this as well. We're going to be putting on here. Yeah, actually, now we'll talk about this, or it won't be quite as confusing. We're going to put the average profit, which is the margin. So what that means is when you're flipping something, let's say you bought it for 230 million, and then it says right here 1 to 2 million profit, then you can expect to sell it for 232 or something close to that. Or 231, because the profit is 1 to 2 million. If it says 5 million, you're probably going to want to try to make 5 million profit on that item. That's this means. So this is going to be the margin. The how many you can buy per 4 hour limit is going to be next to it, and then next to that is the volume. So the volume basically is, it's going to say HV, MV, LV. We might change this around a little bit. I think I kind of just wanted to just say LV because the reason why is there's pretty much 2 categories of items. There are the items that you can wait and flip within the hour, and then there's the items that you're going to be waiting probably overnight. So there's really only 2 categories for that, so I might change this up, but look for here for volume. Essentially, guys, if you see one that says low volume, and so, like I said, we're probably going to be updating it, so it's just going to be like the low volumes. If you see one that says low volume, then that one is one that's going to take a lot longer to buy and sell. So you're going to be able to use this list right here to be able to find out a guide of how to do an item, even if we don't have the most updated thing on there. For example, Dormant Sarin God Bow is a 3 to 5 million profit on on average here, 2 every 4-hour limit, which is actually not true. I think it's 5 actually. And then it's low volume, and low volume is accurate because the low volume is going to be an overnight sale and an overnight buy. You know what? I can't remember if they're 2 per 4 hour, 5 per 4 hour. Either way, this part of the list right here is going to be updated anyway. So what you see right now is, you know, just kind of take it with a grain of salt. I'm just showing you guys examples. But anyway, if you are completely lost as to, let's say, like Virtus, and so let's say you want to flip Virtus, and you want to flip a Virtus body, and you look over here in the B-flip prices, you scroll all the way up here, you don't see anything about it. You look in the pins, you don't see anything about Virtus body. The best thing to do, guys, is number one, you can ask me because I can probably just find the price for you and update the price. Or an alternative would be for you to try to find the price on your own. And you know, that's one way to do it. I highly recommend watching the Flip for Wealth series, and that will show you guys how to find the prices on the bigger items like that. But in general, guys, I'm going to try to be able to get as many things updated as possibly can. That way it's, you know, a lot easier to find things, more accurate and everything. But anyway, guys, that is how you use the pin system and everything in here. Please continue to use that system. Right now, there's not a lot of people updating aside from me, so I'd really like to see a lot of other people posting your updates. Even if you think that your price is, you know, not the best. Let's say, for example, you bought a Nox staff, and you're like, it bought really quickly, it wasn't instant, but I think I might be able to get it lower. I'm just not going to update the pin. That's not really a good way to do it. I would highly recommend you update the pin. Either that, or at least like tell me about it, and then I can decide if I want to update the pin or not for you. Or I can always just tell you to update the pin. You can always just ask, should I update this pin or whatever. When in doubt, just update the pin. I mean, honestly, because that's the best way to do it. But what you want to do, guys, is when you update the pin, though, make sure you have the buy and the sell. So you're going to want to wait till your item is completed. So another thing you can do too is like this. Now this is another alternative, to waiting for the item to complete. Let's say you bought an offhand drag or rapier, which right here says 17.2 to 18.2. Let's say you just bought one for 17.4 and it was a non-instant buy, and then you're sitting there and you're waiting. And you're like, okay, well, I got to go to bed or I got to leave or something like that, so I'm not going to be able to update this pin. Then just go in here and update this pin to 17.4 million to 18.2 million. Just leave the sell and update the buy. That's also acceptable too, because it's a little bit more accurate than what we had it last time, and that's what's important. And the next person, if they end up buying it for lower, then they can always update it again. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. If you guys have any more questions about the Billionaire Flip Club and how to use this, the B flip prices, then please let me know, and I will see you guys in the chat. I was about to be like in the next video, but this is not a YouTube video, so I'll see you guys around. Have a good one.